Friday feeling?
Stella Price.
Someone got out of bed the wrong side this morning.
How dare you bring my bed into this?
Stella!
You're pathetic!
Why can't we have a bit of fun? After what we've been through.
Yes, I am having a fling with this gorgeous-looking lad.
Studio, we've got a soap legend, absolute soap legend. Yeah, there she was. She fluttered her way around Albert Square for years and years. How many years?
Oh, you throw me there, Aim, at 10.
10. That's a lot. That's a lot. Then she goes to Coronation Street, where she's pulling pints better than Betty could rustle up a hot pot.
Welcome to Weatherfield. I'm Stella, the new manager.
It's as hard as nails. He's as soft as butter.
Yeah, I'm your mom. You lied to me, you stole from me. I never want to see you again! This is taking away my dream.
Stella, sweetheart, I can explain.
I've had it with your lies and your deceit. You make me sick. Was it the one and only time?
You well fit.
Shut up, will you?
Try with someone your own age next time, not my son!
We are both free yet single.
Yes, I am having a fling with this gorgeous-looking lad. And what's more, I am having the time of my life.
Tough job, but someone's got to do it, eh?
Oh, I know. As Marin said in the cat charity shop yesterday in East Finchley, oh, you're a lucky cow, aren't you? Kissing that Jason. Oh, he's lovely, isn't he?
I think, yeah, there's a lot of very jealous ladies out there. How do you deal with the kissing scenes? Are you kind of OK with that?
Oh, it's awful, Ruth. It's really awful.
So tough.
How do I deal with them? Generally OK. The first time we did a kissing scene, it was a bit of a sofa like that. The end. And as Ryan pulls me back, I hit here, so he bangs onto my face and hit my cheekbone. He had a nosebleed and my cheek was out there, and I said, bring me some ice, and they brought me in a potato, a cold potato.
So it's not the most romantic.
So actually, it wasn't that romantic, because I'm sitting over a potato and he's got a bleeding nose. But it's OK, that only happened once.
And how's your daughter about seeing that kind of storyline? She's a teenager. Does she get embarrassed, or
she hasn't mentioned that storyline?
No, she's keeping quiet about that one.
But she likes it. She likes Corrie now. She's watching it. She likes it.
Talking about liking it now, and when you look back, what, about 18 months, and you come in and you're Stella, and so many people know you as Cindy from EastEnders, and the voice is different, the character's different, and you're in a different soap. And there's a lot of controversy about it. There's a lot of criticism. It got pretty bad, didn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it did. But looking back, I remember Jane Danson saying to me when she first went into it, it was awful, it was hell, and it is a bit like going into the royal family. And once you're accepted, it's fine, but God, do they make you suffer before you're accepted.
And how close did you come? I mean, did you ever think twice about, is this worth continuing with?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But actually, only for a little bit. You know, I'm tough, and I've, you know, I think in our business we get a lot of rejection, don't we? Anyway, and I suppose you sort of have to ride the storm, really, and believe in yourself.
Yeah, and that's hard.
And I had a lot of positive people around me, so that was really good.
But it is interesting you said about you know, the Battersbys, because they were really hated when they came in to say, who this dreadful family.
They got a really hard time,
and then they became kind of favourites of the show. And I can see that happening with Stella, is that you know, she's getting some great storylines now. And the whole Carl storyline, because I'm a big Corrie fan.
Well, she's sort of every woman in a way, isn't she?
Yeah.
Women can really relate to her. You know, her long-term partner left her, had an affair. She's got 2 daughters who are always rowing. She's the landlady of a pub, you know, in a sort of a man's world. And then suddenly she's met this young guy who swept her off her feet, and it's great, and she's feeling great about it.
You met a few young guys that you're not feeling too good about in The Sun today. The stories recounted here.
Horrible.
And this is Michelle, and this happened last weekend. She gets on a tube train in North London, and you take up the story.
Oh, well, it was... I was actually going to party, to Charlie Condy's party on... it was about 7:15 or something, and I was sort of minding my own business. I mean, in fact, I was reading my script on the train with a pair of reading glasses on, which their first question was, oh, what are you wearing sunglasses for on the tube? And I said, they're actually reading glasses. And they said, aren't you that... There's about 10 of them that got on, and they just said, oh, it's that Stella bird, you know, from Corrie. And I just went, shh, don't say anything. you know, and it just got really heated, and they were just, it was unpredictable behaviour, which I think is quite scary, and you can tell that they've been drinking, and when people are en masse as well, they're only like 16, 17, but it got very, very heated, and it wasn't very nice, and the worst thing was that nobody did anything in the carriage. One girl, actually, when I came off, said, "Are you okay?" because that was really horrible. So it was abusive, verbally very, very abusive behaviour, which just isn't very nice, actually, to anybody. You don't need that, and when nobody does anything, so it's a bit...
And, you know, the sad thing is, I mean, it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying for you, but I also understand people not wanting to get involved because of knives and things like that. Before you might have got a mouthful. It is sad.
It's sad of our society that we don't get involved. I think if it was me, I think I maybe would have done something, but then, you know, I don't know. You just don't know, but it wasn't very nice.
But you know what you could have done?
What?
You could have buckled. You could have got quite nervous. Yeah, buckled. I'm talking about your smoking here. You could have got off the train and you could have said...
You're talking about my smoking awareness campaign, Eamon.
I need a ciggy. You could have said, I need a ciggy to settle your nerves, you see, but...
you see, I don't now. I'm actually raising awareness for a campaign called Don't Go Cold Turkey, which is, thank you for bringing that up. And I gave up about 18 months ago, and it's basically to encourage people to obviously, because this time of year most people do want to give up, don't they? To actually don't just rely on willpower, go to your doctor and seek help and advice, because it's really hard. It's a really, really strong addiction.
It is an addiction. I mean, you've used the word there. How bad was the habit for you? How hard was it to come off?
I think, you know, like a lot of women, I was a bit of a binge smoker. You know, drinking a cigarette, yes, and
like
I think...
a social smoker.
Yeah, I'm okay. But I mean, I was smoking since I was 15. I was a 20 a day when we didn't know the risks of smoking. So now I don't think young people have actually got really any excuse, because we all know the risks about smoking and how bad it is for you. And I don't really think it looks very nice.
And does your daughter nag you?
She hates it. She hates... And we had a family death that was related to smoking, emphysema, and somebody else who'd got throat cancer. And it was a bit of a lifestyle choice, actually. Just before I went into Corrie, I was doing a play, and I just thought, no, I'm going to get really fit, gave up smoking and drinking at the same time.
Yeah, but they often say, don't do that, don't do two things together.
People are different, you see, because people say, well, how did you give up? I said, well, I went to the doctor, but there are lots of different ways that the doctor will speak to you and you know, your individual needs.
And spell it out to you.
Yes, but, you know, you shouldn't feel bad about going to the doctor, because, as I said, it is a really strong addiction.
Had you had other attempts to give up before?
Oh, I did everything. Everything. You know, I won't say what, but lots. But I do think, of course, you have to want to. There is a bit of willpower, but... You know, I think you need someone else to help you along the way.
We had Dr. Chris talking about it, you know, the New Year's resolutions things. He said most people who give up successfully, it's not always the first attempt. Sometimes it's their second or third.
Exactly.
So he said just keep trying.
Yes, just keep on going. And, you know, I do feel so much fitter and better. You know, I'm 50 and I think I'm healthier now than when I was 35.
You look great.
Never, seriously.
When I was a serious... black coffee and cigarette person in the morning, and now I just go, oh, I can't.
And how far into that giving up are you? How long?
Oh, a long way now. So I mean, in a stressful situation like that, so I think, you know, you're clear of it, because I wouldn't reach for a cigarette. No, it would make me feel quite sick, actually.
Well, listen, thanks a million. Thank you for what?
No, it's all right, I'm not going to say it.
Are you sure?
It's running out of time now.
Right. OK. Well, that's because we've got to say goodbye. You can tell me privately.
Corrie tonight, though. Catch up with Stella tonight.
Catch up with it.
Thanks,
be good in the snow. Hope it's good to you.
Be safe.
Wrap up. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.